Hello, everybody. Lisa here and Peggy.
Hello.
We're gonna do our hot takes. Well, I'm gonna do my hot takes. Peggy's going to.
My hot take is don't buy that. Don't buy that one. No, don't buy that one. That's
if you like hearing that, then you'll enjoy Peggy joining us. So somebody in the Supportive Tarot Facebook group asked if Peggy was going to be on, and then I decided to ask the Unicorn Fam channel members what they wanted, and the overwhelming majority wanted Peggy here for this video. I mean, I don't know why.
I think people like to be talked. I think people are like, there's a million decks out there. Somebody please talk me down, and that's my job.
If you are new to Hot Takes, basically this was inspired by the YouTuber Hannah Louise Poston, who makes beauty and lifestyle content, and she's amazing. I love her channel. I watch pretty much every video she puts out. She is linked in the description box down below, but she does hot takes on new makeup releases, which is where I got this idea. So I like to give credit where credit was due, but I like to talk about all the upcoming tarot, oracle, mass market, indie, and Kickstarter type things. These are all decks.
All the decks.
And they're ideally all decks that are coming out in the next month or so before I do my next hot takes.
Okay.
So we're going to start with mass market decks, and let's get into it. So the first one, and these were also ones that you guys wanted me to talk about. So the first one is, this one came up a bunch. It's called Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians Oracle Cards. So this is a mass market deck. I don't know who the publisher is. This one is actually due out February 15th. Are there more pictures? Oh yeah, here we go. This reminds me a lot of the Angels and Ancestors deck. Oh, look at this. If you see, there's a name of who it is. So that's Amaterasu. And then it says no more hiding.
Hod, Hathor, Toth.
Hod, tell the
masculine.
truth. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I like that there's a Divine Masculine card in here, actually. Oh, look at here. Isis, Sacred Contracts.
Said no. Yeah, so it's covering a lot of the...
Who is this? This is, or who's publishing? Hay House. Okay, so first hot take. Until Hay House goes back to their beautiful buttery matte cardstock, I don't want to buy any of their stuff.
Okay, so
I'm just kidding. Well, kind of. Basically...
so you and Hay House are on a trial separation?
We're on a trial separation. Okay, the thing is, Hay House put out this really beautiful, luscious matte cardstock, and then they changed it.
Okay, but...
And the last couple decks I got...
Okay, but I want to stop you right now.
Okay. You can stop me.
I don't want to agree with you or disagree with you, but I'm looking at the price point, and I don't think Hay House can put out a deck at this price point and have all those...
Okay, but that's their problem.
No, that is. But
no, I'm just kidding. I like
when you're saving this much money on a deck, you do have to expect to give up a little bit of the perks that come with the higher price decks.
Objectively speaking, their matte cardstock is fine. It's nice. It's just that I got spoiled and then they took it away from me.
You know what? I prefer the cheaper cardstock.
I know, because it's easier to shuffle.
It's easier to shuffle.
I know.
Especially when quite often these cards are pretty big and hard to hold to begin with, for me at least.
Okay, right off the bat, one thing that's really jumping out at me, cardstock aside, I'm actually a little bit tempted by this one for realsies, because this is one of the first decks like this I've seen come out that feels like it has masculine and feminine archetypes in a more balanced way. A lot of these kinds of decks I find that they come out, they tend to be very female and women-centric, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I miss having a balance between like the masculine and feminine, and this one has it. This picture is giving me all of the good feelings because she has the blue crescent moon tattoo in the third eye space. This reminds me of the Mists of Avalon books, and this alone makes me want this deck, I'm not going to lie. Super digging, though, that there are these other figures. It looks really diverse, which is super exciting.
Well, it's diverse, yeah. It's showing a lot of different cultures, for sure.
I don't know. This one's kind of exciting, actually.
This one's kind of neat. I don't do oracles, period. I mean,
you're no help.
Okay, I can look at it and go, it's a nice deck, but I can still say, you're totally allowed to go, wow, that's a really awesome deck, and I'm not going to buy it because I've had oracle decks and don't end up using them, so for me it would be a pass. I like the price.
Yeah, of course you like the price. Okay, the Divine Beloved Oracle Cards, a deck of 52 Change Me prayers. There we go. I guess is this the only photo I get? We'll check down below as well. Tosha Silver is familiar to me. That Sacred Self picture literally looks like Jessamine, what's her name? Jessamine, the really awesome yogi. Jessamine, oh gosh. Her name's Jessamine. I can't remember her last name.
No, I don't remember. You told me about
There's literally a picture of Jessamine. In fact, let's see. I'm just curious. This is what is her last name? Jessamine Stanley. I wanted to guess Stanley. And so that does two things to me right away. One, I'm like, that's Jessamine. Two, I'm like, Okay, it may not be Jessamine. This is just what it looks like to me. It's kind of like if you see, like, okay, you know the one deck and I see, what's the cook guy that I always talk about? Chef Grumpy, Food Network.
Not Gordon Ramsay.
Yes, Gordon Ramsay.
Oh.
One of my tarot decks.
Grumpy?
Yeah,
Grumpy.
One of my tarot decks has a photo of a painting in it. It's the Fountain Tarot. One of the cards looks like Gordon Ramsay to me. I can never unsee it. Yeah. So this does two things. I can immediately not unsee the fact that this is Jessamine Stanley, even though it may not be Jessamine Stanley.
No, okay.
And then I'm like, but does Jessamine know she's in this deck? And then I'm like, okay, this is all in my head.
Is that her or is that coincidence?
No, it could be. It totally could be a coincidence, but it just is very distracting.
I mean,
this is a hot take.
The unfortunate, just the coincidence alone could make it.
I know I am
for you.
I love that image though. Unfolding according to your will. Freedom, I love myself. Okay, I want to see if there's other. Oh, there's a little message at the bottom. Hold on, let's go back in there.
Yeah, well, it said prayers. So it's a prayer a week, something to focus on.
Divine beloved, something into one who true earth. My own. Okay, so it's kind of like
a prayer.
Yeah, it's like a prayer
or a meditation, however you choose to view these things.
I would say it doesn't look like it's a religious prayer. It looks like the kind of prayer where it's like an affirmation, almost like please, grant me the.
Well, some people call affirmations prayers.
That's fair.
I don't particularly like or resonate with the little prayers / motivationals on each, because that's not how I do anything involving my practices. So. That would be I can't say a hard no, but I would not buy this deck.
Let's just say this one's not necessarily up my alley. Okay, the next one is the Fine Horn Spirit Oracle cards. I can't remember who first told me about these. These are due to release March 1st. They're currently in pre-order status. Let's take a look at pictures. So Fine Horn Spirit, I have to look at what this is all about. The artwork is really, joy. Preserve the joy in your heart so that the world knows this is possible. So the world knows
watercolors?
It looks like Crayolas to me.
I'm not.
That looks like crayon to me.
Okay, but there are pastels and stuff that look like this too. But to me, it looks like watercolors. So
it could be watercolor.
Okay. Let's just.
It looks like Crayolas a little bit. Hold on. Okay, wait. I'm not in it yet.
Wow. I don't think either one of us are really resonating with the art. I already don't resonate with the Oracle as a concept to begin with, so I've got very little to say on this deck.
Okay, hold on. First off, I don't understand this message. Joy. Preserve the joy in your heart so that the world knows this is possible. So the world knows what? So that it's...
You're overly literal, so think of it as from an artistic / poetic standpoint.
Okay, explain. Explain like I'm 5.
Basically, it's like if you find your way to if you can go through hard times and still find a way to stay happy, then you become an example, an inspiration to others. So focus on the joy in your heart so that you can be the inspiration for others that need a reason to look for joy in their lives.
Okay.
See?
Fine.
Take the literal out of it, and it doesn't.
Harmony. The less personally a situation is approached, the more harmonious it becomes.
It's true.
I do actually, I know I joked about the Crayola thing, but I actually do kind of like this artwork. I kind of like it reminds me a little bit of the Soul cards, just a little bit. I like the kind of flow to it. I like that it feels like kind of organic. I don't know that this is one that's really jumping out at me, but I'm sure there's a perspective that I'm missing. So let's just see. No, it just says an elemental inspired card deck of powerful energetic transmissions from the spirit world received in the Fine Horn Gardens and Sanctuaries.
Oh, it's touch drawings.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where do you see that?
Right there.
Okay, that's really funny because touch drawing is the specific method that Deborah Cove Chapin uses for the soul cards.
Okay, that's why.
That explains why it reminds me of the soul cards.
So this person has a different style. This person has a different style, but they're still using the same medium, which is why you're going,
so
okay.
If you don't know, touch drawing is where you basically there's like ink down on a surface, ink, pigments, paints, whatever, and then you lay a paper over so that maybe it's glass, something really smooth, and then you lay paper over it, and you're actually drawing with your hands on the back of the paper, and it's picking up the pigments. That's how I understand it to work. I could be wrong. I'd be really curious to see a full walkthrough of this deck. I don't think, because I do have the soul cards, I don't think I necessarily need it. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that. The touch drawing thing is really cool. Would like to see more, for sure. So last time we did a hot takes, we had a different Rose Oracle. This time we have the one by Rebecca Campbell. This is really... Okay, so Rebecca Campbell also had the Work Your Light Oracle, the Starseed Oracle, both of which were illustrated by Danielle Noel, the same artist as the Star Child and the Moon Child tarot. This, though, is illustrated by somebody else, and it's really dang pretty. Codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. Lineage of the rose, moved by the goddess. Here for this soul call. Gather. This is really pretty. Mother Rose. Oh, returning to each other. Compassion, humanity. This is really pretty.
Yeah, it's a really pretty deck.
It does feel a little bit like Danielle Noel's same kind of style, kind of. The Great Mother, surrender to the mystery. This is really quite pretty. Yes. A breathtakingly beautiful invitation to reconnect with the goddess and celebrate the sacred mysteries of the rose, nature, and the feminine. So they are approaching the rose as a symbol, a secret symbol of the goddess. That's a really cool way to address. It feels, I'm really drawn to all the pink. I'm not going to lie, on like soft, feminine, pink, mother, goddess kind of energy about this.
It's I can honestly say it's a really, really pretty deck. At least what there is that we can see of it. But at the same time, it's an oracle deck, so that's just not going to work for me. I can say it's pretty, but I can't really say much else.
Yeah.
Sometimes being pretty and fun to look at is the main criteria for some people. So
I think this could be cool paired with certain decks too. I could see this working really well with like a divine feminine tarot of some kind, especially one with really soft colors. I don't know. This would pair really well with the Star Child too. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, for anybody who uses oracle with their cards.
You just are like, I like oracle. Show me some tarot.
Yeah, it's like
Peggy's perspective is like, it's an oracle deck. Okay, next.
Well,
next,
kind of, yeah,
next.
because I mean, oracle decks.
I think most of these are oracles.
I can really enjoy looking at oracle decks, but I haven't found an oracle deck that I've connected with enough to actually want.
Aboriginal ancestral. Okay, this one actually looks really, really cool. I don't know that I will want to pick it up because I'm really picky about oracles these days myself.
Only 36 cards.
Oh, that's a good point. But okay, couple things. This is an Aboriginal oracle by an Aboriginal author, creator,
I was just gonna ask
which is
that,
really cool.
And Australian.
Yeah, I think this is a rock pool deck. Now, one of the things that jumped out at me right away is, look, it's clearly reversible and you get different words depending on whether the card comes up upright or reverse. So you've got disbelief or accepting.
So that kind of...
Yeah, like this one has belonging or abandoned.
Okay, so that kind of... How many cards were in the deck?
Proud, ashamed, 36. So it's almost like 72.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one is serene or agitated. Accepting. Oh, that was the one we already saw. Accepting or disbelief. I think this is really beautiful. Oh, there's more. Is there more? Is there more pictures? Are they the same ones? Yeah, so what does it say here? So it says, drawing upon sacred spiritual knowledge from the oldest living culture in the world, the wisdom of the ancestors is brought to life. Let's see, each card, here we go. Each card in the set includes a light and a dark message, a unique method of exploring the same situation from various viewpoints, all the while working within nature, freshwater, saltwater, desert, and rainforest. I love that. The light messages are confirmation that we are on the right path, whilst the dark messages prompt us to consider things differently. I'm kind of excited about this because I feel like it's really different. I would be really, and I love how even the numbers, like, I don't know if you can tell, but let me go up to a bigger picture. Like playing cards, even the numbers are, look, see how the number is also upside down? So no matter how you shuffled the card, it'll always look up.
Right.
That part of the card will always look upright.
Okay, that's cool.
I want to see a picture of the backings. That'd be kind of cool to see. I wonder if it's this design here. This is pretty. I will keep my eyes on this one. I am tempted. I feel like this would pair really well with a deck like the Gentle Tarot. I feel like their energy would kind of pair really nicely. I don't know. That one's kind of tempting. This one comes out on March 1st.
Yeah, still not going to buy it, but...
You don't buy anything. Okay.
I don't buy anything.
Okay.
I go out of my way to avoid buying things, so that's...
I have another Oracle deck for you.
Celtic Spring or
Spirit. Celtic Spirit Oracle. So this is another 36 card, Gilded Edge. It's nice that they're telling you that they're gilded because some people that's a deal breaker, some people it's a perk. So knowing that is really good. Let's see. Oh, it's Ogham. Oh wait, maybe it's not Ogham? That's an Ogham. Oak, but this one's not. So I'm like, is the full Ogham set in here? Is it not? The backs are really pretty.
Backs are pretty.
Backs are really pretty. I like that it identifies what it is. So here we have the green man, and then you've got 3 different keywords. This is what I like in an Oracle deck. It makes it really usable. So you have nature, connection, and source. For portal, you have change, gateway, new beginnings. For blue, just blue. That's interesting. You have depressed, isolated, help. So it's not going to be all fluffy bunny, which is good.
Okay, this would be really good for people because there are people who read strictly with Oracle and don't use Tarot.
Yeah.
So that would actually be very useful.
This would pair really well with a lot of Celtic decks too. There's a lot of Celtic themed decks, like even decks like the Druidcraft Oracle. I feel like this would pair, or Druidcraft Tarot.
Well, you could use it as an Oracle. You could use it for doing readings.
The Dyweth Wisdom.
This looks pretty. Well, I love the art on this, and it looks like it's actually pretty useful across a lot of categories.
This one's really pretty.
Yeah.
I like this a lot, actually.
It's nice.
I really want to know if all the Ohms are in there, because that oak one really stood out to me. I wish it had more cards. 36 is a little on the skinny side for me. Okay, I like this. I do already have the Avalon Oracle, which kind of scratches this itch for me.
I was just going to say, isn't there a lot of Celtic themed decks out there?
There are. I would say there are a lot of Celtic themed decks. I wish I had more cards.
If you're just starting out looking for a Celtic themed Oracle, then that's fine. But I think maybe it might not necessarily.
But it's so pretty.
But with only 36 cards in the deck, is it going to be enough for somebody to want to add it to a collection that already includes Celtic themed oracles?
Possibly not. It'll be dependent.
Yeah,
let us know down below if this is one you are like going to add to your list. I'm super curious.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's real. I really like the art. See, I would take prints of the art and just hang them up.
That's such a good way to do stuff like this. But I don't know. I like the way it's set up too. It's got a really smart layout with having the keywords in the title and okay.
They need more than 36 cards.
The Hummingbird Wisdom Oracle cards. Now, I feel like I've seen a trend lately towards more decks that are very specific to either a type of animal or like we have, I was thinking about this the other day because I have the Panda Tarot. Yeah. I have the Tarot Bernard, which is the Fox Tarot. I have...
There's Cat Tarot.
There's Cat, there's Dog. We have Bird decks. We have Oracle or Tarot, right? We had the Wisdom of the Sacred Bee. Tarot and Oracle came out recently. Yeah. I feel like if you are drawn to a specific animal, if there's enough other people that are drawn to that specific animal or specific thing, someday there will be a deck about it.
Yeah, I think that's what this is. I mean, the world's a pretty big place, so it's.
Oh, that's pretty.
And well, hummingbirds are pretty.
Hold, please. Can you hold my coffee?
You don't like hummingbirds.
Hold on. Don't tell me what I like. Look at this. Okay, so this one says bouquets of blessings. Your broken wings are mending. Relax and know that you are receiving a miraculous gift of healing. Aww. Sawar Kenti? Like you are on the right path. Like you are on the right path. Period. That is not a full sentence. Like you are on the right path. Nope. I don't get that. That's not a complete sentence. This artwork is stunning, though.
The artwork is nice.
It's so pretty.
Really nice.
It's really pretty, but
I'm not.
It's. Well, there's stuff. Well, you already don't like oracles, so you're done.
Those are on the bottom. That's on the top. That's.
Oh, it does change sometimes.
It's already going to be a little annoying. Do not feel
it's
small.
It's so colorful and pretty. Yeah. Okay. So it's pretty. If you're into this kind of thing, check it out. It comes out on March 1st. I'm going to probably give it a pass.
That whole like you, the way that
sentence was
both
weird.
Words are capitalized. It's like, so if
it's either a typo on the promo photo.
It's a typo in the it's a mistake on the promo and that's going to be fixed in the deck, or the deck maybe needed a bit more editing.
Could be. It's really hard to tell.
That's going to be hard to say. I don't know. I don't think I could be excited about, no matter how pretty the artwork is.
That did throw me a little.
Yeah, I don't think I can be excited about a deck that has mistakes in it. And I would want to confirm whether or not that was a mistake or whether other mistakes were in the deck.
That's true. Okay, this one, Divine Intuition Oracle. Again, it's only 36 cards. Is this Rockpool again? I bet you it is. It is Rockpool again. Okay, Rockpool, we'd like more cards. Well, can we have more cards per deck, please?
But there are people who would like less cards, so this may be exactly the right thing for
those this is my hot take.
And there's a big guidebook again.
Wait, 8 Justification, 16 Solar Plexus Chakra.
Is this like Lenormand style?
I was wondering, but I don't think so.
This makes
Higher Self Meditation.
I think this would have a distinct learning curve, and for an Oracle deck to have a learning curve, I don't know.
There's no real keywords. It feels a little mixed up for me personally. This is definitely not one that I'd be tempted by. This is also due for release on March 1st.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna talk now about indie decks.
Oh, okay. There's not that many.
No, there's usually not that many in this category. So indie deck category, this is going to be for anything that is independently published, is currently in pre-order status. So that kind of narrows it quite a bit. This one is a deck that already exists. It's out in the world. I have a copy. I love it.
Fourth printing. Okay.
I love it. I love this deck. So this is the...
Why do I not remember you showing me this deck?
It's really cool. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
So this is the Ellis deck. It is
Yes, you've told me all about this
incredible.
deck.
I have a full detailed deep dive on this deck, I think.
I think for all the times you've told me about this deck, I don't think you've ever actually showed me the deck.
I might not have.
It's like, oh no.
So, okay, a couple things to know. This is just a new printing of the deck, 5th edition, 4th printing. So it's not like it's brand new to the market or anything, but I love any chance to talk about it because I think it's just really underrated. A couple things you should know, at least on the copy I have, which looks similar to this. The gilding is that kind of glittery. It feels a little cheap when you first touch it. I'm just going to tell you, it may be a little bit weird when you first get your hands on it. Once the glitter kind of sheds a bit, it actually is really nice. It just takes a little bit. It's not like that super shiny.
Your deck to shed.
You want to break it in a little, is all I'm saying.
Okay,
be prepared for a little glitter fallout on your edges, but...
Well, this is a new edition coming out, so maybe that's been resolved.
This looks like the same edge to me. So a couple things that are neat about this deck, in my opinion, right? It's got a very unique worldview, so and it's got a lot of details. So like, for example, you can tell in the Hierophant card, the Hierophant figure is sitting on a stack of books. There's really cool details. Like in the Hermit card, if you like really look closely at the Hermit's lamp, you'll see all 4 elemental symbols. I mean, it's a very rich, thoughtful deck. Like everything is on the card for a reason.
Okay.
So like you can look at everything from like the Queen of Swords jewelry to... Anyways, it's really cool.
Okay, it does not look all that beginner friendly. I can see that stuff is there, but I can see that it would be a learning curve to actually be aware of where everything.
I mean, you're more of a beginner than me, so I guess you get to say. But I will point out the minor arcana.
It looks like you can use it with or without the learning curve. So
the neat thing too is it comes with this really cool fold out. You know what? Hold on. I want to show Peggy and I want to show you guys. Okay, I have to show you guys because it's so much.
You're talking off camera. Come back and then talk.
I'm coming back. Okay. So there's a couple reasons. Yeah, this is it. So there's a couple reasons I think that this is beginner friendly, and this is one of them. Take a look at this. It's not a guidebook, but open it up.
The cheat sheet.
Yeah, but look at that. If you find the number 5 and then you go to the suit, it combines the theme, the keywords of the okay, so like rods, it gives you a few keywords for rods, a few keywords for the number, and where they mix. So yeah.
Cool, and then this is the majors.
Majors.
That's kind of cool.
I want to show the internet because this is so smart. Hold on. I need to show the internet.
Every deck should come with a cheat sheet.
So along the top, for each suit, you get a few keywords. So you understand the energy of each suit. Down the side, you get keywords for each number. So if you find the 4 of rods, you find where those 2 intersect, and you'll get a keyword that kind of covers the energy of this and the energy of this, which I think is brilliant. I think it's brilliant. And then this is what you get for the majors.
Okay. Anything that gives you a cheat sheet, a keyword, is something to make a deck easier, makes the most difficult decks.
I have to get really close for it to show the card.
Yeah, you've never shown me this deck, huh?
I have to block my face, I think. There we go. There's the queen. Okay, the other thing that's really cool about this, hold on, I need to borrow some cards, is that each suit has an entire world. So in the pentacle suit, you get these like woodland kind of creatures. In the rod suit, you get these foxes. In the cup suit, you get these like kind of mer people. This is such a great deck. Anyways, I will link my full walkthrough because I think this deck is really, really underrated and it's so symbol rich.
Sometimes, quick question for me to ask you, is sometimes whenever they come up with these 5th edition, 4th printing things, does the deck fundamentally change?
No, actually, I would say, who is the creator? I always forget. Taylor. I always forget the name of Taylor Ellis. Okay. I will say every edition of this deck that I've seen, the only changes have been in things like the backs or the card stock. Sometimes the cards are bigger. I've seen editions come out with borders, but typically the art has pretty much stayed the same edition to edition from what I can recall. But just watch my walkthrough. I just feel like this deck is worth getting.
You like the deck?
I really like the deck. This is one that I can't see ever parting with.
Okay, I don't really have any. I like the cheat sheet.
It's so good. I think I
don't think I would buy it for myself, but
okay. Anyways, I'm gonna stop raving about it, but it's really good.
I don't think I would buy it for myself, but I think if somebody were to buy it for themselves, just the fact if they were a beginner, just the fact that it comes with its very own cheat sheet is like genius.
That cheat sheet is genius. It really is because it teaches you numerology and elemental energy and how you combine the two. And I just think as a beginner, it simplifies it.
Or it's just a basic cheat sheet.
That teaches you the elemental, numerological
it's starting with those pre-printed multiplication tables. It's a starting point that you can build on.
Yeah,
and something like that. Yeah,
I like it.
I would just spend $1 and get the cheat sheet.
Yeah, Yeah. So anyway, okay, it is not the most luxurious deck you'll ever order. Like the cardstock is normal. It's really easy to shuffle. The edges, like I said, once the glitter fallout is done, they're great.
Yeah, the art made a lot of sense.
It's got a kind of fantasy, kind of grungy vibe. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about it. I clearly like it. It's not a hot take. It's like a very well established take at this point. Okay, next. Okay, you all know how I feel about this deck, so this is just an FYI. Little Darkness, Marion Costentin is reprinting the Reclaim. I cannot believe the Reclaim Oracle is already on its 3rd edition / printing. As far as I know, the changes are, there's 3 new cards. Oh my God, that actually makes me really sad in my heart. Like, I need the 3 new cards. What the hell?
Well, contact her and see if she's selling just the 3 new cards to add to your current deck.
But it won't be the same. What if the cardstock is different? Or
well, she can tell you she created the deck.
I suppose that's true. I could ask her. Okay, anyway. I love this deck. It is super unique. There's nothing that's ever been like it, in my opinion.
Yeah, you really like this deck.
I really like it. It's a wonderful deck for shadow work. It is very pokey, so you should know that going in. It's very pokey. A lot of the words, like look at the highlighted word, is shame. Shame, sincerity, stability. There are positive and difficult cards, but I would say the difficult outweighs the positive, at least at.
So this is a fix yourself deck.
It's a look at your crap deck for sure. And it's an acknowledge your emotions deck. It's a you can't hide oracle, from yourself deck. Yeah, it's an oracle, but it's so unique. It's not like the kind of thing I'd whip out like any other oracle deck. Yeah. I pull it out for specific emotional processing, self-examination, shadow stuff. It's just
88 cards.
Look at this. Full bodies. Reclaim wants to celebrate the fullness of being, and this could not be done without representing bodies of all shapes and sizes. My intention was to reflect the variety and complexity of our personal stories. Marion's just a delightful human being, and this deck is such a treasure, and I hope it never ever goes out of print because it's amazing. And it's not, you guys know, I am not a limited color palette person. I love color, but there's something about this that is so raw, and it's good. Go buy it. Okay, bye. Next. Okay. It's doing the work for me. Okay, so this is the Art of Adventure Tarot. This was out on Kickstarter, and I think it didn't happen in a hot takes because of the timing or something. This art.
Every time I try to focus on something, it's like whoop, gone again.
Let's see if we can find some not moving. Let's find some not moving pictures. Here we go.
There we go.
Okay, let's zoom in. This one is, there we go. This one is quirky. Oh, what does it say? A love letter? A love letter to Rider Waite Smith. Okay. It's quirky, like serious quirky.
It's really funky.
She's got bunny slip.
She's a sea monkey.
No, she's not a sea monkey.
Look at her stomach. Look at her feet. She's pregnant.
She's just pregnant. Those are her bare human.
Sea monkey.
She does not look like a sea monkey.
She looks like a sea monkey.
She does not look like a sea monkey. What is wrong with you? No, she doesn't. She's got her crown. All the symbology's there.
She got the crown, the big belly, and then the seahorsey type.
I'm still not saying sea monkey. I don't see. Okay, let go of the sea monkeys. Let it go. Yeah. She's got bunny slippers. Can we talk about the bunny slippers?
She's being given bunny slippers. She's being
handed everything because she's the empress. She's being given her crown, her pillow, her shield. Oh my gosh, I love that card actually. The bunny slippers are great. It's a great detail.
She's a sea monkey.
This is super interesting. She's not a sea monkey. Let it go. The Hierophant has a very hairy armpit. That's all I can look at now. That's my hot take. The Hierophant has a hairy armpit. A really hairy armpit. That's a really obnoxiously hairy armpit. Okay. Anyways, got a very
the magician has armpit hair too now.
What?
Look at the magician.
Oh, it's squished.
And blue nipples.
Nope. I don't think this is for me.
I can see the appeal, but it's not for me.
Okay, this is quirky and fun. If you like quirky and fun art, I feel like there's a lot to this. It's clear that they understand the meaning of the cards and they've worked that into their artwork, which is always something I appreciate.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm not going to pick up on every single image, whatever, but I can tell that they know what the cards mean. So that's a plus.
Yeah, these are really bright and colorful, which is always appealing.
Okay, if this art works for you, it's going to be a really awesome deck to use.
Yeah, I like that here he's actually watering down. It looks like a mug of beer.
Why does the hangman look like Where's Waldo being hung from anyway?
I don't know. Definitely not a sea monkey.
She's a sea monkey. No, she's a Venusian sea monkey.
She's something. She's like on another planet. This is a really trippy, and I mean that exactly as it sounds. It's a very trippy deck.
It is.
But it's fun. It's definitely fun.
It's totally, yeah, I don't, yeah.
Look at the sun's naked bum. That's so funny. Okay.
Did you see the devil?
Yeah, I did. Is there something specific you wanted to point out about the devil?
Blindfold and the ball gag.
I did not notice the ball gag. Thanks for pointing that out. Now I can't unsee it.
I'm like, la, la, la. Oh, that's interesting.
It's something. This is not for me, but I actually think it's really fun.
Okay, I would have a lot of fun using a deck like this, but I'd be
You wouldn't be able to see past the sea monkey.
I'd be having so much fun with the images that I'm not sure that I'd be able to
take it
concentrate
seriously
on
as
the meanings. But that's me. That's just me. I can totally see people buying this deck and just falling completely in love with it just because it's so whimsical.
It is called the Art of Adventure Tarot, and it is in pre-order status right now. Check it out. I don't know when it's supposed to ship, but check it out.
It looks cool.
It does.
It looks really cool.
Okay.
I like it.
Oh, okay. So Kitten Chops is the creator of the Playful Heart Tarot, which you guys know I absolutely love. There's a new edition of Playful Heart that's out, which you should know. But in pre-order, and I think it just opened up for pre-order like just now, she has created the Kitten Chops Tarot, which is a majors only limited edition deck. I think you can pre-order it now. This is what the cards look like. I love Zara's artwork. It's really fun. It's very inner child friendly. I adore the Playful Heart Tarot. I don't think I have any plans to scoop this up just because I don't really work with majors only decks, and I do have a couple in my collection already. But I really think Zara's artistic point of view is super unique. I love the way that she comes at things. Oh, it looks, I don't see it. The pre-order is open yet. Let's just see. Is it? It might not be open yet. I think it's supposed to open anytime now. So keep an eye out if this is something that catches your attention. If you have the Playful Heart Tarot, you could probably work with them together.
I don't think I could get into a majors only. I've never found a majors only deck that I am even a little bit interested in, because then I miss out on the whole rest of the deck.
That's me. I don't want to ever not have the minors there. I don't know. That's just me.
But there's plenty of people that there's plenty of people whose collections include almost exclusively majors only. Yeah, I can definitely see why people would want this deck. But majors only, not for me.
We have to talk about this. This is bugging me. Let me see if I can figure out how to talk about this, because this is all we have to look at. So I did go get my deck. Okay, so let me get words out.
You got this deck?
No. Okay, kind of. Okay, no. Okay, so Patrick Valenza, who is the creator of the Deviant Moon Tarot, has a kind of Marseille style deck. I don't know if I've ever shown this one to you, so let me show it to you. He has a Marseille style deck called the Triomphe della Luna. I say Marseille, it's a Triomphe deck. I'm not really good with historical decks clarifications. I'm showing Peggy and then I'll show you guys. So it's very like Marseille, but the minors look like that, right?
Okay.
So it's the Deviant Moon. So it's that style, or Deviant Moon artist. So it's that style. Okay.
I like the art.
So yeah, I actually really, really love the Triomphe. So let me show you guys, because I said I was going to. So here's some of the Triomphe artwork. Oh no, it's focusing on Peggy's face now. Hold on. I got to block both our faces. Come on. Oh, okay. So the thing about this deck is it's gorgeous, but it is a pip style deck, very much like Marseille style minors. So Patrick Valenza has come out with a limited run. Pre-orders are open right now. He's only doing 500 of them, of the Triomphe della Luna illustrated. So the idea is that instead of pip style minors, you're going to have scenic minors.
Okay.
Which is really exciting. But he's not showing us any pictures. He says, spoiler free. Where does it say that? Yeah, it says somewhere in here, spoiler free. Basically, he's saying, oh yeah, here it is. Updated cards are being kept top secret. Prepare to be surprised by this updated illustrated pip edition.
And 6 new devil alternate cards. Beware.
I kind of want it. I kind of really want it, but I don't know what they're going to look like. But I like all of his other stuff. I kind of want to.
Well,
I kind of want it.
I don't know. I
want it. I want it.
But you already have it.
No, I have this one.
Don't care.
This one has pips.
So that's what you want to learn, right?
No, I already know how to use pips. I don't need to learn it.
Oh, then. Okay, so do you want it because you think it's going to be better / different / whatever?
Well, I don't use this one as much as I use
Oh, you don't use this one.
Wait. I don't use this one as much as I use the Deviant Moon because the Deviant Moon has Scenic Minors. If I had a version of this deck with Scenic Minors, I would probably use it even more.
Or you would just not use it even more and then just kind of regret that you've doubled up.
Why would I regret that I've doubled up?
I don't know.
I need this deck. And he doesn't reprint pretty much. So
this is a...
I want it.
So this is a think long and hard. If you like the original art,
I kind of want it.
if you like the original art,
we were talking about it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then if this is the style of art that you like, then it might be an upgrade.
We were talking about it in 3 Fat Readers when we filmed 3 Fat Readers. Heads up, 3 Fat Readers is the collab channel with me, Danny, and Dustin.
I'm not doing a
Link
very
below.
good job
You're doing
of
a great job, actually.
So,
I really want this. It's such a great deck.
come on, what's going on? Oh, because your face is there. It's still not doing it. Ah, there it goes. Sorry, guys. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not super in love with the art, but then again, I'm also super picky and make it a point of never building a collection past a certain point because I don't collect as it is.
I really kind of want it.
I can see why you'd like it.
Yeah, it's really funky. It's so different. Patrick Valenza's perspective is so different.
You know how to use a pip deck, but I know you've always liked having illustrated versus just pip.
Yeah, I didn't know this was out until a couple days ago.
Well, maybe that's going to be the one that maybe that's what you should have put on your say yes to the deck.
But I already did my say yes to the deck, and I want it anyway.
Well, now you're gonna have to wait.
I'm sorry, what? It's only he's only doing one run.
Oh.
Once they're sold out, they're sold out. And I'm making a video telling the whole internet about it. Okay, well, I may or may not have bought this by the time I talk to you guys
Or you may
again.
have lost your chance to get it. You don't know.
We'll see. We're gonna keep this tab open on my browser.
Like I said, it's not getting me. Well, then again, you've already got it, so it's like from my perspective, it's like if I'm not gonna rush up and buy this deck because I just don't buy decks. So I don't have to. If I want to see a new deck, I can just start. Hey, honey, what'd you get lately?
I want it. Okay, we should.
I have a feeling you're going to talk me into that by the end of the evening.
I'm just going to hold on to that tab and look at it in a few minutes.
Okay, so what's the next one?
We're going to talk now about Kickstarter decks that are currently funding. Okay, so all of these were requested by somebody on when I asked for people to tell me what they want to hear about. Okay, so this first one I can't pronounce. Can you? Tarot du. Is this Spanish or French or some other language? I always assume it's one of those two.
I don't think it's
Crepuscule?
Crepuscule. I think the E would be silent.
Crepuscule? Crepuscule. Tarot du Crepuscule.
Yeah, Tarot du Crepuscule.
By Zapatrax. Wow, yeah, that's a mouthful.
Honestly, it would really be...
This is already funded.
Objectif.
Oh, shoot. This is literally done funding. So we're filming this on Sunday. This video is going up on Tuesday. It's done funding. It's done funding at 3:10 p.m. Pacific time the day after you see this video, or the day after this video goes live. Is majors only?
Yeah, it's a majors only deck, and it comes with a necklace. So
it comes with a necklace?
It comes with a talisman necklace.
And a talisman necklace.
And not talisman. See right there.
The deck. Okay, that looks like the book or the box.
French. Yeah.
Ah, here we go. Okay, hold on.
So that was French.
Whoa. There we go. Oh, that's pretty though. Look at Judgment is very... Judgment is in a bunny mask with garters and bare breasts and a tuba. Is that a tuba? What kind of instrument is that?
French horn.
French horn. Whew. I don't know how I feel about this deck. The talisman necklace is kind of cool. I would be allergic to it, so there's that.
Yeah, it's like so basically it's not a full deck, and it's coming with a piece of jewelry that you can't use. I'm
not tempted, but I'm
sensing it's not being a good fit for you.
Yeah, but my hot take is just that it's interesting looking. If I was more drawn to the art, I would give it a closer look, but it is already funded.
It's coming from France.
Yeah, well, I expected, yeah.
Yeah. It's 70 hours to go, so funding might be finished by the time.
Yeah, it looks the campaign looks well organized. It looks like it's got enough pictures. It looks like it's got enough information. I don't know how much it is for a Majors Only deck. Let's just see. The deck. Where's the deck pledge? Oh, there we go. For just the deck, it's 40 euros, which is, frankly, that's a lot to me.
Plus shipping.
Plus shipping. That is a lot to me for...
That's a lot for just a Majors Only.
Yeah, it would be 72 Canadian if I were to order it for just a Majors Only. That's a lot.
That's a lot for a Majors Only
That's a lot
deck.
for just 22 cards, in my opinion. But everybody's going to have a different take on that. That's my hot take. Okay, next deck. The Iyami Oracle deck. This is actually funding on Indiegogo. It's got a flexible goal, and there's 6 days left. I don't know for sure how it works with flexible goals. I don't know if it means that the deck will happen no matter what, or how that works. But this is a West African triple goddess archetype-based deck. I had a few requests to talk about this. I think this is beautiful artwork. But that's pretty. It looks like mosaic. It's not something that I think I would work with, but it is really well done.
No, it's a really pretty deck.
I hope it funds. I don't really, like I said, I don't really know how it works on Indiegogo if you have a flexible goal, but...
Now, is it a full deck?
This is an Oracle deck. Does it say how many cards? Let's see. The artists are native Nigerians. They need, okay, they do need 5,000 pounds, it looks like, to be able to do it. And it doesn't look like they're currently there.
Okay, so...
But I'm not
28 illustrations with 14 to go.
So it'll be
42 card Oracle deck.
Okay, so 42 is a decent number of cards, actually.
42 is not bad. It's
I would want keywords. So like it titles the cards, but I don't see keywords. So, for example, where's one that shows the bottom? Hello? Oh, there we go. That one did. Uni? O-O-N-I?
Uni.
Yeah, so I'd want keyword as well as what the card is.
Yeah.
Just to be able to work with it better. But I'm sure there's going to be some kind of a... Actually, I shouldn't say that because I don't know for sure. Is there going to be a guidebook or anything? Oh, here we go. This will go towards paying the artist's guidebook, a larger coffee table book design, and deck printing. So they are wanting to do a good book and possibly up to a coffee table style book. It's a pretty deck.
It's too bad they didn't have some excerpts from a book that's already in progress.
Yeah, that would probably be really helpful. Yeah. So keep your eyes on this one. It's not one that I'm like overly tempted on, but it looks really pretty. So this is on Kickstarter right now and is very well timed to me.
Oh, Enneagram.
I'm currently diving into the Enneagram stuff. As excited as I am about Enneagram stuff, I don't feel like I'm at a place where I even know how I would work with a deck with the Enneagram system.
Well, Enneagram is its own thing, so how this doesn't. I mean, I would expect there to be some immediate, noticeable connection.
Oh, there is. Sorry, there is for me anyway.
Well, I'm looking at a bunch of bugs. Oh, lost identity. So all the black bugs, and then there's one white bug. Well, they all have dark wings, and that one's got what, light wings.
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
Okay, I think the thing for me with this is that I'm just beginning to learn about Enneagrams. And because I'm just beginning to learn, I don't know how it'd work with something like this.
Well, this is a card system that goes with... This is a card system that reflects Enneagrams. It is not a tarot deck. It is not a...
It's an Oracle deck.
I would not...
It's an Oracle deck, I suspect, for people that are already familiar with the Enneagram.
Yeah, it's a niche. It's a niche. If you're not already into the Enneagram concept and understand it, you're not going to understand this deck.
Okay, a reflection deck. Not unlike an Oracle deck, this 54-card set can be used for personal group reflection. I feel like this is something that you would be interested in if you are hardcore into the Enneagram, you're familiar with it, and you want to dive into it and have a tool to work with it.
It literally says an Enneagram reflection deck right on the thing.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that, but absolutely no way that I would be able to connect.
Well, you're not really interested in the Enneagram, so it's kind of a non-starter for you anyway.
I thought they were cool. I thought they were cool, but I'm not going to explore that. So if I'm not going to explore Enneagrams in general, this deck would be useless for me.
Yeah.
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 We're agreeing.
Yeah.
Okay, we agreed. Oh my God, we've been agreeing pretty much
the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay. The Prairie Divination deck. Now, somebody asked about this in the Supportive Tarot Facebook group and said they were concerned. They're not concerned. They were curious about it and also wondering if it was too similar to the Prairie Majesty deck, which I have the indie version of and is coming out mass market. The Prairie Divination, to me, looks like it's a similar concept. You have something related to the prairies in nature depicted on the card, and then you have what that thing is named, and then you have a keyword. And that is very similar to me to the theme and idea of the Prairie Majesty deck. This is obviously by a different creator with a different perspective. And since I already have the Prairie Majesty deck, this one there's no need for me to go for this.
Is the other one also a oracle, or is it a
Yeah, they're both oracles.
Yeah, if you got...
But this one is...
American Kestrel, Fierce...
Oh, sorry. Fierce Intensity?
Blazing Star, Hope, Faith, Purpose...
And...
This makes no sense to me.
Purple cornflower. There's a... And
it's a coneflower, not a cornflower.
Oh, sorry. Coneflower. And a purple coneflower.
I used to think they were called cornflowers too, so don't worry.
The purple coneflower is echinacea, basically. Yes. A lot of the things that I've... Yeah, bison. Looks like the guidebook's going to be pretty decent, actually. Since I have the Prairie Majesty Oracle, this would definitely be a duplication for me personally. I think everybody's going to figure that out for themselves, but I'm not overly drawn to it. Okay, next. The Faux Tarot.
Ooh.
Okay, what I want to know right out the bat...
It's already funded.
Yeah, it is already funded. I want to know why it's the Faux Tarot. Oh, wait. A neurodivergent tarot deck with 31 cards for unusual people. Plus enamel character pins and a decision-making coin. Okay, first of all, you have 31 cards. So maybe that's why it's calling itself the Faux Tarot, because the tarot has a very specific structure of 22, at least, major arcana cards, 4 suits with 10 cards, a page, knight, queen, king, or some version thereof in each suit.
Well, the title there says Make 100, the Faux Tarot. But then the next line says, a neurodivergent tarot with 31 cards. The unfortunate problem with Make 100 would create, for me, an assumption that there's 100 cards. And for anybody who is focusing on, who doesn't notice that, they could end up being really disappointed thinking they're only getting a third of what they're supposed to get.
Well, okay, first off, I will say, if you're going to back a Kickstarter, please read the entire campaign.
The entire thing.
I think that's really important. I think it's really easy to get excited and back. But it says right here, welcome to my 8th Kickstarter. So that's good to know. This one is a Make 100 project. I'm creating 100 decks of tarot cards based on my drawings from the last Inktober challenge. Okay. So Inktober is a daily prompt drawing challenge where you make a new drawing for every day of October. 31 days, 31 drawings. My problem is that if it's going to call itself a tarot, it needs to have the structure. And this doesn't look like it's going to. It looks like it's just a unique deck. Yeah, the strange wind, the brain. It's not a tarot. There's nothing about this. Okay, 6.
It's a great idea, but it's not a tarot
deck. I would call this an oracle deck. And the fact that it's called a tarot deck right away puts me off. And it's not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that for me, tarot means one thing. And you can call anything else you want, but if it doesn't have at least the basic structure, you can mess with the structure a little. I like it sometimes when they mess with the structure, but if you completely upend it and create a whole unique thing, that's no longer tarot to me. That's my take on it. That's my hot take.
It could leave people expecting, and again, I'm not implying that there's any intent of the creator to misrepresent, because it doesn't see everything seems to be there, but sometimes people do get excited, they do press the button, and then they get something that's not a tarot deck, and they get unhappy.
But here's the funny thing: if this was not called a tarot, I would look at these 31 cards and go, "This is actually really kind of cool." Because look, if you look at the actual combination of cards, you have the tattoo, the third eye, the holes, the scarecrow, the bubbles, the watch, and it's got keywords on every card. If you're drawn to this artwork, it's actually kind of fun. I feel like this would be a fun divination deck, and I would definitely use it for divination. It just puts me off that it's calling itself a tarot. Cards are going to be bridge-sized, which is super cute. I love that. And I think the art is colorful, and I'm loving this queen card. Hold on.
Heck yeah, nope.
Heck yeah or nope. I love that. The fuzzy cat, ineffable fluff, engage in rapt contemplation.
Yep.
This is fun. The inner demons, thoughts, feelings, beliefs, they're on your inside. Oh my God.
That's a cool idea. It's a cool idea. It looks like a really cool project. Now she calls it the Faux Tarot, which is fair, but like I said, it could create
an assumption.
It could create an assumption with buyers, which is fine. So if you're thinking about this deck, read up on it first. It looks cute. It looks
That's
cool,
a good idea anyway.
But read up on it first. Yeah. Read up on it first to be sure that you understand what this creator's offering you. She's very honest about what she's offering, but you have to read everything to see for yourself. That's all. The
good news is it's already funded. It's got a few days left to go. Yeah. And the token tarot. This looks like it's wood. Creative take on tarot using wooden tokens etched with tarot-inspired symbols and numbers instead of cards. Yeah, so look, 9 of wands, 3 of swords, 9 of swords.
Okay.
So it looks like it's the full thing.
Yeah, there you go. There's the whole thing.
Yeah. This would be really tactilely lovely, I feel like, but it's not very visual. It's like number and symbol. What do the majors look like? Oh, here we go. So you have the Fool, you have the Magician, High Priestess, Empress, Emperor,
Okay, as a novelty
Hierophant.
item, it's really cool. I would not.
Page, Queen, Knight,
I would
King.
not use something like that. I would not get a lot out of it.
It's fun though.
Looks
It's
like
really
fun.
fun. I wonder how much it is. Out
Now,
of
mind you,
curiosity.
okay, mind you, like, okay, say you're in a situation,
It's
where you're
$50 for the full set.
like, say you're in a situation where your tarot needs to be portable and discreet.
Yeah.
You just reach in a little bag, pull out 4 or 5, and go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's my reading. Okay, put it away.
Or what if you want to cast with tarot? Like, this is a great way to be able to cast with tarot. It's much more affordable than things like the Charm Cast Tarot because this is all metal. The fact that it's wood, the fact that it's $50, I think this is actually a lovely little set. If I didn't already have a charm casting tarot system, I would be tempted by this, in all honesty, because I think I would use it for casting.
Yeah.
If you are drawn to the idea of runes, but you have no interest in using runes,
think
but you
it's-
know the tarot really, really well, this could be tempting. It's already funded.
Like I said, if you're in a situation where your practice needs to be discreet and portable for whatever, discreet and or portable for any reason, you
Yeah.
could just put those in your pocket.
I feel like
In
this
in
has
the
a lot of
bottom in the bottom of
applications.
your handbag or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah, I feel like it has a lot of applications. Does
it
it
needs
say
a better bag, but that's just me being a bitch.
Does it say? Does it say
I'm a
what?
bitch or a bastard? I'm not sure which. I never know which word to use. That's fine.
I think these look really pretty. You could oil them up. I don't know. I think they look really cool. The Elemental North Tarot.
Okay, I like the artwork.
Really?
A lot, yeah.
It's very sigil-like.
Yes.
Oh, these are like the elemental symbols. Oh, it's the Elemental North Tarot. That makes sense. So these will be. These will wait. These should be air, but they look very earthy. Oh no, yeah, wands. Oh, sorry, fire. These should be fire. Okay. Wait a minute. This is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
So each image. Oh, this is pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Okay, hold on.
No, this is kind of awesome. Like, I mean, just because I'm all about not spending my money doesn't mean I can't look at these decks and go, oh my god, that one's awesome.
I like that the major arcana. Okay, so this is minor arcana, so it makes sense because that's the water sigil. But look, that is the high priestess, and you can see the water sigil behind her. So you can right away, if you were doing a reading and you had these cards out on a table, you could immediately see, even with the majors, how much water, fire, air, and earth is on the table. That's exciting to me because when I read for clients, I always look at the balance of earth, air, fire, and water anyway.
Right.
But I don't usually really factor in the
I
majors.
will say, okay, I'm looking at this art going, this is really, really awesome art. So, but I can see a learning curve too.
I want to know, and this is a lot. It really is a lot. But there's a lot of runes built in, like, to these symbols. There's a lot of runes, and I'm like, is that intentional or is it just decorative? That part I don't know. We could probably read into the campaign to find out.
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes it's just an artistic embellishment, and sometimes it has some very clear meaning.
But it's almost distracting because I'm like, why is that rune there? Why is that rune there?
I wouldn't recognize it as runes unless I took the time to look them up.
Fair. This is really
cool.
It's very magical looking.
It's really cool.
I just want to know if the rune part is super intentional. And maybe that's being nitpicky. I just feel like if all of those runes are there, there's a lot of runes on every single one, so it's got to be decorative.
Okay, I would assume that this comes with a pretty hefty guidebook.
Well, here's what they say: 78 complete tarot. It will have a linen gloss finish.
Nice.
Glossy is usually not
2-part
great
box,
for me.
ISBN barcode.
Illustration of Person's Wholesale. It doesn't say anything about a book. Guide. Oh, here we go. With a guidebook. 78 complete tarot deck with a guidebook. This one is really unique. I do like it. I'm not going to lie.
Cool.
I don't think I'm going to back it on Kickstarter. It is already funded. It's going to be funding until February 16th at 6:30 in the morning Pacific time. I'm going to wait until it's out and look at it more and think about it more. But it's really magical feeling. Very talismanic.
Yes, it's very, yeah. Each card could be its own talisman. It's, and there's so many elements for people that are really into the deep dive studies. You could spend like a couple of hours studying each individual card just based on because all of the symbolism seems to be there.
True. Okay, next.
True. I like this one.
Yeah.
Okay, Jupiter's Eye Tarot Deck and Book.
Yeah. A 78
on the Law
card
of
tarot.
Attraction.
Yeah, a 78 card tarot deck and book based on the Law of Attraction. This one,
It's nice. I can see why people would like it. I mean, I could see why people would like almost anything.
Well, it's good that we can see other people's perspectives, but yeah, this is not one that's particularly tempting to me.
I'm not finding it super exciting.
But I like the kind of softness to the art.
I'm not really seeing anything that screams Law of Attraction.
It's probably in the guidebook, I'm guessing.
That could be.
Like a lot of the...
That could be, but then you know, there should be more of a focus on the guidebook, like maybe a couple of samples to show you how she, like, you know, maybe a couple sample pages showing how she's connecting it in.
They might have that in the video.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. The art's not really drawing me in any major way, though, so...
This one still has 14 days to go, and it is funding until February 21st. Well, 14 days to go when we're filming this, which is a couple days early.
Yeah.
It's funding until February 21st at noon Pacific time. Let's take a look at the next one.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. So we actually looked at this.
Wandwood.
We kind of looked at a teaser for this last month in the hot takes. So we looked at just a promo page for it. This looks really pretty.
It's 44 card Oracle.
Yeah, it is really fantasy art. Look at.
Yeah, I like the art. Oh, you show, yes.
We only looked at like a promo.
I like the art.
Tradition.
I like the art.
He's sitting in the middle of a fairy circle. That's super cute.
Yeah.
Look at this dragon.
I'm not sure how a dragon guarding its hoard is unlocked. Unlock the door and get burnt to a crisp. Like.
No, unlock the door and stop hoarding your treasure. Like go out into the world.
Oh, okay.
Be magical.
It's cute. It's very cute.
It's got a world. It's got a what's the word I'm looking for? It's got a perspective. Like it's clearly got its own world. Look at the patience one. It's so cute. I don't think I would use this, to be completely fair.
No,
but I do.
I was gonna say I'm not sure. I was gonna say like, I'm not 100% sure that you would get much use out of it. The art's pretty. I can see how other people might get the use out of it, but
I'm gonna keep my eyes on it though. It'll be pretty fun to watch somebody do a full walkthrough.
Yeah, you may want it later.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, next. Guidance of the Goddess. So Danny was enthusing like crazy about this in our 3 Fat Readers. I don't know if she's backed it yet, but she's definitely excited about it. This is a really cool looking goddess deck. Look at all the different goddesses.
Okay.
A lot of different goddesses.
Yeah.
Decent looking guidebook.
Guidebook is fine.
The gilding looks good. Okay, this is what I like. There, you have the name of the goddess, and then you have a keyword for the goddess.
I mean, I like that. I like the art. I like the goddess name. I like the keyword thing, but you still have to learn about all these. It's still a pretty big learning curve if you don't.
To me, as long as there's a good keyword, there's no learning curve. Because you don't have to dig deeper, because you could just take the keyword like at face value, I think. I don't know. That's my take on it.
I mean, you should be able to, yeah.
It looks like it might be limited color palette.
In order to go beyond, in order to go a little deeper than just that one single word, you'll have to learn about each individual goddess as you encounter it, which means that you're going to be working with the guidebook. And if that's not your thing, that could be a problem.
That's fair. It does. It's very well funded. It's doing really well. I'm always about a good goddess deck, but I already have a couple that I really love, so I'm not super tempted by this one.
Yeah.
The Charming Cryptids Oracle deck. This one has 22 days to go. This is very...
Pardon me. It's already funded.
This is very neon. I noticed that about it.
Lots of people like that.
This is really cute. My issue with this is that there aren't keywords.
No keywords.
So it's just the title of whatever the creature is. So I don't know how, for me, it would be usable as a divination deck. Like, I would...
Well, you get like... Okay, you get like Ogopogo, and you're going, what the fuck is an Ogopogo? If you don't... If you...
True.
You would have to make yourself familiar with every single creature mentioned in the deck.
Or just rely on the guidebook.
Or rely 100% on the guidebook.
Yeah.
You would never be able to use this deck independently until you learn the history and background of every single thing in the deck. And there's no guidebooks. I mean, there's no keywords. So
I was just going to say, yeah, I think there may be a guidebook. Let's see if it says.
I think there's a guidebook.
Yeah.
I thought we saw that there was a guidebook.
Oh.
No.
I don't see a reference to a guidebook.
Uh-oh. If there's no guidebook, then it's...
I just searched the page for the word book, and nothing came up. Okay. It looks like you're just getting the deck. That would be a major deal breaker for me, because there's no keywords. So, like, how are you supposed to use it as an oracle? If there's no...
Okay, I hope that there's a guidebook and we're just overlooking it.
Me too.
Because without a guidebook, okay, so...
So the creator heavily researched the background of every critter, but, like... That's great for you, but like, what about us if we don't know it? This is just in a tuck box. There's no reference to a booklet at all.
If there's no guidebook, then there's no point.
That would be a hard no for me.
A whole lot of research. Like, okay, like there's Loch Ness Monster right there. It's like, okay, so what does Loch Ness what keyword is?
You know what this feels? It feels like a collectible deck of like images of cryptids. It does not feel like an oracle, because an oracle has to have a meaning, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
the cards have to have a meaning.
Like baseball cards without
kind
stats.
of.
Is baseball card?
Kind of.
It's a baseball card with no. If there's no guidebook, then there's no point.
Hard no for me.
That's a hard no.
Okay, next, the Eros Tarot. Okay, this deck already exists. This is the second edition, so they've updated the cards to be borderless and to...
It's already funded.
It's already funded. It's doing well. It's an erotic, very erotic, adult, explicit deck. I think those decks have a space in tarot, and I think there's lots of people who enjoy working with those decks. I want to find a deck like that works for me, but I'm very specific about what I want, which is probably not going to happen. But I will say, of all the ones I've seen, this one, because I've seen a walkthrough of the first edition, this one seems the most like artistically nice, but also the most associated with the tarot meanings.
Yes. The imagery matches the imagery matches the meaning of the card. So this is a tarot deck. This is a tarot deck with erotic elements versus an erotic deck just selling sex.
Yes, totally.
Here's a sexy image. Oh, and we'll call it this.
Like, I really want for this to be a good fit for me because I feel like the colors are really pretty. It feels really soft and approachable. If the image is really connected with me, I would want this deck. And it obviously does connect with lots of people because it's well funded and it's still got 24 days to go. It's funded in 4 days.
Yeah, this is one of the better decks for lots of erotic imagery, lots of sex.
Yeah.
But it all matches. It
actually does match the meaning of the card.
It matches the meaning of the card versus here's just a bunch of sex.
Yeah. Which is something I feel like has not been done well in the past necessarily. Okay, moving on.
That was a good one.
The Cosmic Seeker Tarot. So I had not heard of this. Somebody mentioned it in the Supportive Tarot Facebook group, and this is really the first time I'm seeing it.
It's nice. So far.
80 cards. There's going to be a couple bonus cards. Fantasy-based tarot/oracle deck with guidebook. A modern interpretation of the Rider-Waite deck. It's not funded yet, but it's got only a little bit to go and lots of time.
Almost a month, yeah.
Yeah, it's not done until March 4th.
Plenty of time to research it, too, because time to research is probably one of the best things that you can do.
This is so pretty. This is so pretty. Look at this. Okay, so you have the alchemical symbol for fire here. You have the figure who's super intense. This is such a good King of Fire. And then it says King of Fire. And then under that it says King of Wands. So if you don't automatically know that the King of Fire is the King of Wands, you have it right there. So you don't even have to think about that. Mm-hmm. So that's like a beginner-friendly addition to the card, actually.
Because especially if you're going to go look it up through other sources. Now, it might be because this deck isn't coming with a guidebook. So we haven't...
No, I read it already. It said at the top that it's coming with the book. Nice. You missed it. Yeah. This backing is really pretty. Oh, man, this is really pretty. This is really pretty. Look at the Lover's card. The shapeshifter is the moon. That is so perfect. And it says the moon. So again, if you don't know, the loner is the hermit. Princess of Earth is the Page of Pentacles.
Yeah. So
I love this.
So they're doing their own thing, which is absolutely fine.
Everlasting Flame for the Ace of Wands. This is really pretty. This is really pretty. Oh, the Siren is the devil.
Yeah, you would like
the
that
Temptress, right? Like that makes so much sense.
Yeah. I'm not seeing how it has an oracle element to it.
I'm not sure either. Oh, here's all the majors.
You're smacking my leg.
I'm sorry. Look there's alternative lovers cards. There's this one and there's this one.
Nice.
Wait, why is the lovers labeled as 5? The lovers is card 6. Hopefully typo. Hopefully typo. Hopefully to be fixed. This is tempting me. I'm gonna keep an eye on this one for sure.
This is worth watching. This is worth watching. Looking at the walkthroughs and or rather the videos and stuff.
Okay, we have one more left.
One more left. Okay.
You ready?
Last one.
The Golden Tarot of the Gods, 78 card tarot deck, including major and minors, original edition. This looks very serious. It's a very serious deck. Linen cardstock, love that. Looks like it's all black and gold. Okay. Ace of Swords. I mean, I'm not big on monochromatic decks. I'm not going to
We've seen a few decks like this before.
It's very classy looking.
It's a very classic thing. Queen of Pentacles.
The Star.
The Star.
That looks almost very devilish. I mean, I know those are wings, but I don't know. The artwork in this it's too simplified, I guess, or too minimalist, maybe is a better way to put it. For me. I feel like I'd be straining to see what I'm looking at on the table, and I like to see colors so that I can see kind of where the elements are.
Now, is this all metallic?
I think it might be foiled. Yeah.
If it's foiled, then it can be...
No, it looks like it's just yellow. Some of that might be foil. I'm not sure. It looks like the borders may have some foiling. I can't tell. I would really
want to know, because if that's foil, if that's black on gold foil, it can end up being really hard to even see in good lighting.
See, I have a deck that has foil accents throughout like that, and it's pretty decently. It's pretty. What am I trying to say? It's not that hard to see what it's doing, but I don't know. This is very minimalist for me. I'll just leave it there. It's minimalist. I'm not excited about this one, but I was excited about the Cosmic Seeker. So that's my hot take on this one. I am really interested to hear what you guys think of all of these decks. There's a lot of stuff coming out. I feel like there's this weird thing happening right now in the tarot and oracle deck market that I'm seeing, where I feel like there's this like, I'm seeing some mass market oracle and tarot decks come out, but one thing I've definitely been noticing over the last, say, 3 or 4 months, possibly longer, is that I'll have a list going of decks that are kind of coming out around this period of time, and then I'll go to film this video, and I'll find that a bunch of their dates have pushed out. So
that is becoming a thing just because of supply and demand problems.
Yeah, so like mass market, we had like another like dozen or so decks that were due out in this time period, like sort of between mid-February and mid-March, and like a bunch of those were postponed. So the dates are constantly moving and shifting. I would say if you've got something that you've pre-ordered or you're planning to pre-order, keep that in mind before you pre-order, is that there are a lot of dates shifting. We see it in Kickstarter campaigns. That's pretty normal. But even in mass market,
the decks are showing up.
Oh, yeah.
The decks are showing up, but the delays are real.
Yeah, but even in mass market, as I guess what I'm saying is, even if you go on Amazon and pre-order a deck, be prepared for some delays, because that's definitely something I've been noticing when I prep for these videos. Overall, I feel like there's not a lot from this round that tempted me. I think the only ones...
use a couple you put on your list.
I'm really tempted by the Triomphe Illustrated. I'm really tempted by that one, and I'm really tempted by that Cosmic Seeker. Yeah. Those are the two that are really jumping out at me. There's a lot of these other ones that I feel like if I had a different collection...
Considering how many you got to look at today, I'm surprised that it's not a surprise that a couple of them jumped out at you, even though it was all the oracles that you're not really looking for right now.
And I mean, I'm way more picky about oracle decks and tarot in the first place, but I don't think a lot of us can be like that, although I think there's just as many people that are very, very picky about tarot because they prefer oracle. So I think it can definitely go either way. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thanks for joining me. It was fun.
You're welcome.
Thanks for looking at like 35 or 40 tarot decks with me.
Yeah, that was fun.
Peggy loves tarot so much.
I like tarot.
You do.
I really do.
I know.
I really do.
You're not into the decks the same way that I am, like the variety of them.
I like tarot. I mean, I love looking at the different decks, but I am very rarely tempted to buy.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. As always, don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed this video.
Yes, like, subscribe. That helps the channel.
Yes. And hit the bell so you're notified of all future videos. If you haven't seen it yet, Peggy started a blog.
I started a blog.
It's on my website. There'll be a link to it in the description box. Yeah. And her current latest blog is all about saying yes to the deck. It's like her take on it, her guide for it.
With
a download.
Well, you've got the articles there to read online, and you can also download for later.
A guide?
And a workbook. The guide is online, but the guide is also downloadable, and there's a downloadable workbook.
Yeah, so you can come along with us for Say Yes to the Deck. Anyways.
Print it off, make notes, scribble on it.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. We will see you in the next video. May your magic always shine from the inside out. Bye, guys.
Yes. Fine.
You don't have to keep clapping. We only need one clap. Stop looking at me.
Why are you getting all frustrated?
I'm not frustrated.
Flustered is probably the right word.
Flustered is a good word.
I'm making you flustered?
Yeah. You make me flustered. Okay. All right.